Your AI agent is halfway through processing a 5-figure refund, and it's about to click Approve without a single human looking at it. That's the nightmare scenario that keeps engineers up at night. The question isn't whether you need a human in the loop. It's which framework actually lets you pause, wait, and resume without falling apart. Let's start with what human in the loop really means in practice, because it's more than just a confirmation dialogue. You need your workflow to reach a decision point, freeze its entire state, surface the right context to a person, and then pick up exactly where it left off once they respond. That could be minutes later, or it could be 3 days later after someone gets back from vacation. The hard part isn't asking the question. It's preserving everything the agent knew at the moment it paused, so nothing gets lost or hallucinated when execution resumes. LangChain, and specifically LangGraph, treats this as a first-class concept. Because LangGraph models your workflow as a stateful graph with checkpointing built in, you can literally interrupt a node, persist the state to a database, and resume later with a single call. You define an interrupt before or after any node, and when execution hits it, the graph halts and hands control back to you. The state lives in a checkpointer, Postgres, SQLite, Redis, whatever you choose, so your process can crash, restart, or scale across servers, and the paused workflow is still sitting there waiting for that human decision. Here's a concrete example. Imagine a loan approval agent. It gathers documents, runs a risk score, and drafts a recommendation. Right before it commits the decision, you insert an interrupt. LangGraph freezes the thread. You send the risk summary to a loan officer's dashboard, and days later they click approve or reject. You call the graph again with their input, and it resumes from that exact node. No rerunning the earlier steps, no lost context. That durability is the real selling point here. CrewAI approaches this from a different philosophy. It's built around crews of role-playing agents that collaborate, and its human-in-the-loop support historically centered on a human_input flag on a task. When that task runs, execution pauses and prompts a person for feedback right there in the flow. It's beautifully simple for interactive, synchronous scenarios. You're sitting at the terminal or in a chat, the agent asks, you answer, it continues. For a quick review or a course correction, that ergonomic simplicity is genuinely delightful. The trade-off shows up the moment your human isn't sitting right there. CrewAI's classic model is oriented toward that real-time back and forth, so building a truly durable, resume days later approval gate takes more custom plumbing. You're often wiring up flows, external state storage, and your own webhook logic to bridge the gap. CrewAI flows have narrowed this considerably, but LangGraph's checkpointing is still the more batteries-included answer when durability across long time spans and process restarts is non-negotiable. So how do you choose? If your human-in-the-loop is conversational and immediate, a person actively steering the agent, CrewAI's role-based design feels natural and gets you moving fast. If you need enterprise-grade approval gates that survive crashes, scale horizontally, and wait indefinitely for a decision, LangGraph's interrupt and checkpoint model is purpose-built for exactly that. Match the tool to the shape of your wait. That's the core trade-off, but the real magic is in the implementation details, the checkpointer configs, the resume payloads, the failure modes nobody warns you about. Tomorrow I'm walking through a full LangGraph approval gate, line by line, wired to a real Postgres backend. So subscribe now and you won't miss that build.